morning, everyone. Today is Monday, March 19th, 2 days until my birthday, and you're now watching Wake Up Alive with me, Isabella Prida. So I actually have a really good show for you guys today. For those of you that are watching on Instagram for the first time, thank you so much for tuning in. Let me get it set up here so that I can actually read everyone's comments. For those of you that want to comment, basically my mom. Let me see. Am I live yet? Yes. No? Yes. Oh my god. Hey. Okay, so, I want to tell you guys something that happened to me over the weekend. I found myself enjoying some cocktails with my lover Luca when I noticed this girl check him out, but hardcore checking him out. Like, she was looking at him and she was doing dirty things in her mind, you could tell. But whatever, right? Like, I'm not the jealous type. I don't mind if you look as long as you don't touch. But guess what she did? As soon as there was some distance between me and Luca, she goes up to him, puts her hand on his chest, okay? Almost two hands, like the second one was like ready to do something. And she goes like this to him and was like, oh my god, you're just so well dressed. I love your suit. And then, after she basically asked him to be her baby daddy, she looked over at me and she gave me this face. I mean, I was livid. I wanted to do so many things in that moment, but I remembered I'm somewhat of a socialite. I have a reputation to uphold, so I had to just let it go. Well, but first I started barking at her because if she wanted to act like a little bitch, I was going to speak to her like one. But I guess moral of the story is don't touch Luca. He's just not meant for touching. Well, yeah. So, I actually have a WTF story of the week. It's about the Frenchie that died on the airplane this past week. So, literally, this cute little 10-month-old French bulldog boards a plane with his mom and whatever. But then the flight attendant told him that he couldn't be in his little cage on the floor, that he had to go in the overhead bin. And for some reason, the family was like, oh, okay, I guess he has to go there. So 3 hours later, when the flight actually lands, they open the overhead bin, a place that has no oxygen, and guess what? The poor puppy was dead. I mean, WTF, people, like, did they think that this was just going to be okay? I don't understand. But if I can, why is this so far? I don't know, who did this? So I have a really good Monday motivation story for all of you, and it has to do with all of the students that marched this past week, that ditched class and started to protest against the country's current gun laws. Over 2,800 schools participated in this. Thousands of students and parents and teachers and everyone joined for this cause, and I just think that's so amazing because we're living in a time where if you don't like something, then you get up and you do something about it. You post on social media, you protest for it. I mean, you just fight for change, and it really makes a difference. I always like to go by these words that Dr. Seuss once wrote, and unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's just not. So, words to live by, people. But let me know what motivates you, because other than my show, I want to know what gets you up in the morning. Let me know in the comments below. Oh, Mami, love the set, bebe. Thanks, Mami. Did anyone else comment? Flor, feliz lunes. Espero que estés bien allá en Mexico. Flor makes me the best taquitos whenever I go to Mexico. They're really good. Avelino, oh no, poor dog. I know. Avelino takes care of my 2 French bulldogs, so I'm sure he understands how sad that is. But I actually want to talk about some interesting topic that I have, especially for millennials. It's dating advice, okay? So today I've asked 2 people to join me on set and talk about a few things. Is that Jesus? I don't know what that was. But for now, how about I bring out my 2 guests that are going to answer some dating advice questions. Please welcome NASCAR driver Fred Gletten and musician actress Ellie Rose. Hey everyone! How are you?
Hello.
I'm not gonna hug you because there's not enough time to say ciao. Oh, mamma mia, ciao de Milano. That's Luca's mom. I'm just gonna give her a shout out on every single episode. She's amazing, #1 fan. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you.
Heavy drinkers, I see. I'm not gonna judge.
Thanks.
Okay, so I have some in my special bowl. I have some awesome questions.
There's chocolate in there.
It's actually really heavy. Yeah, I have Tootsie Rolls and I have whatever. Do you want one?
No.
Okay.
There's chocolate.
Yeah. All right. I have some questions here. You guys be totally honest. Don't hold back on me. Just remember we're a semi-family friendly show. Now, I want to know. Oh, Fred, you seem like you get a lot of booty, right? But is there such a thing as too much booty? Like, I mean, literally. I'm so over this, like, big fake booty Kardashian phase. Are we still in this? What's happening?
I'm not a fan of the fake booty.
You're not a fan. Interesting. And as a man of color, it seems like you're going against your people, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm
mean,
just not a fan of the fake booty. I've touched it before. It doesn't feel nice.
It doesn't feel good?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, because you know how fake boobs, like, oh, they can feel really natural, but fake booties just don't feel the same, right?
It looks terrible.
It does,
Looks
yeah.
like
Okay.
a dried up potato.
So, Fred is a dried up potato?
Yeah.
So,
Or
Fred is
decomposing potato.
representing all of the men out there. If you have a difference of opinion, let me know. All right. Ooh. This is a hard one. If there's something about a person you don't like, do you break up with them or do you try to change them?
Well, in my opinion,
Yeah.
I think it depends on what it is. Sometimes I let it go for a while until like there's multiple things that bother me.
Uh-huh.
But sometimes if it's like something that I'm like, nope, I'm sorry, dude, I'm not into it.
What are some deal breakers? Like okay, if you can't fix this, Fred's got a really good deal breaker. What is it?
I feel like this is something I shouldn't say on TV.
You can tell us. It's an exclusive. Is it really bad? Don't say it if it's really bad.
No, it's not going to be really bad.
Okay, what's a deal breaker?
I
don't think I
know.
have any. Well,
You
if
guys, I feel bad if you guys do this.
What?
But, like, if I make a girl laugh and she starts snorting a lot, I can't do that. I have to bail out. I love you both if you guys do snort.
you know, it's a good thing we're not dating because that would really hurt my feelings. I snort, and it's not because, you know, I'm like uneducated or something and I don't know how to properly laugh.
I mean, this
but
is going to go bad.
I have a deviated septum, and sometimes I snort, and I just don't know when I do it. So that's a deal breaker for you, Fred?
Yeah, I don't know. Because I'm
Okay.
going to laugh. I'm sorry. I love it. It's entertaining. If you're going to get mad.
Okay. All right. No. You know what? That's cool. Whatever. This is something I like to do, but that's because I'm a goofball. Do you guys think, or lady and man, do you think that women can use pickup lines nowadays?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That would totally work on me, especially if
Really?
it's corny.
Okay, but I'm talking about cheesy pickup lines.
Gotta be
because
corny. It's got to be corny.
really, like how corny. My favorite is that a phone in your back pocket? Because that ass is calling.
That would get me. That would totally get
Would
me.
it?
Yep. My number would be out.
Yeah?
I'm pretty sure one of my friends, actually, that's how she legitimately got one, like her boyfriend.
That's how I got Luca.
I can't even remember
What'd you
what
say?
it
What'd
was.
you
I
say?
said that.
That's what you said?
Yeah, in all fairness, he's got a nice booty, so it was like, you know, there. And I was
What
like,
did he
yo.
respond to that? Was he like, what?
Well,
He's probably like, oh.
Okay.
8 months later, here we are, so he likes something. But that's interesting. Girls can use pickup lines.
I think these days, women are more confident in themselves and,
Yeah.
like, coming more forward. And
But there's a difference between pickup lines, like how guys used to do it, and how... So, let me explain this. When a girl wants to pick a guy up, she usually finds something normal that she can start a conversation with. Like, oh, what did you order to drink? Or like, oh, like, cool suit, or whatever, right? When No?
I've never...
Don't you dare argue with me on my own show.
Okay, hang
I
on.
just feel like when a guy tries to use a pickup line, it's just something like, oh my god, are you a model? You're just so beautiful.
yeah, something grimy.
Something grimy, or just like, hey, I like those legs. What time do they open? And it's just like, you know?
I never said anything like that. Does
No.
that work? Does that work?
It just,
No.
no, not to the kind of girl you want to date. It doesn't work on that girl.
You're right. You're right.
Preach. Oh my God. Call me Wendy Williams, because
No, I'm not
that's
calling you.
that's a
I'm
good
not
one.
calling you Wendy Williams.
Oh no, we don't like her anymore,
Yeah, we
right?
don't like her.
Oh my
No.
gosh. Anyways, okay. So I consider myself a feminist, right? I like to be independent. I like to make my own money. But when I'm out to dinner and the check comes, I don't like to use my own money. It's just part of me still feels like for some reason it's the man's job to pay for these things. So what do we think? How do you as a man and you as a woman, how do you handle the check nowadays when it comes?
I always pay.
You always pay?
I don't
Is it
even-
because it's the gentleman in you, or
It's because I was raised that way.
Yeah.
I don't know how to act any other way.
old school values?
Old school values.
Okay. How about you, Ellie? Do you ever pay for stuff?
So I personally, because I'm a very independent woman.
Yes, honey. Say it loudly.
I can take care of myself and I can
Uh-huh.
pay. But if a guy wants to offer to pay me, I'll be like, oh no, don't.
To
But
pay
I'm like,
for dinner, not to
please.
pay you.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, for dinner.
Clarification.
Dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just had to make sure.
It's weird. I don't know.
I feel guilty though sometimes because I feel like I could take
guilty.
care of myself and
It's just like, if you can't afford to take a girl out to dinner, don't take her out to dinner. But then, it's a judge of character. If she offers to pay or something, that's always
Yeah.
a plus. I do pay for things like movie tickets and, I'm sure other things. But when we go out to dinner and get drinks or something, it's just like,
Yeah.
it's, kind of like the man's role, I feel like.
I really don't let girls pay for anything.
No, yeah.
No.
Okay, so we're still keeping those old school values,
Yeah.
I
right?
feel like a lot of people don't, but I still do.
I mean, I try to sometimes, like, if they pay for a lot of my meals or stuff, I'll be like, okay, next time I'll get you. But
Yeah.
they still always pay for me. And
Yeah,
I'm
just
like,
keep calling them. If they keep paying
All
for
right.
your meals, that's a keeper.
yeah.
My mom says, yes, we can use pickup lines. Pick up your tiradero. That means mess. She says you pick up. You're funny.
What does that mean?
Tiradero, mess. Like, she's like, yeah, you can use pickup lines. Pick up your mess.
Not
pick up-
Oh, your mom's cool.
We actually call her Mami.
Mommy.
Funny story, I call her Mami and so do all of my friends, but Luca refused to call her Mami. He was like still calling her Maite. And my mom was like, it's honestly weird because everyone calls me Mami, so don't feel bad about it. And it was when we were with both of my parents, which never happens. And he was like, oh, okay, Mami. And he looks over at my dad and he was like, but I'm not calling him Daddy. Anyway, shout out to both of my parentals. All right, let me know. If you're just hooking up with someone, is it okay to introduce them to your friends? Because I've known this to be a danger zone. You're saying no.
I've learned from experience it's a terrible idea.
Yeah. Why? Because
then what if they really click and then you
Yes.
stop talking
Yes.
to them and then they're friends and then you're going to be screwed for the rest of your life.
for the rest, it's like marriage. You're just,
Don't do
it's
it.
over with. Game
Yeah,
over.
Don't do it.
I agree.
I've been in that danger zone too many times, but
Like, have you been the friend that they introduced to?
yes and no. There's been times where there's people that I was just seeing,
Uh-huh.
and I met their friends, and then they met my friends, and then
Gosh.
it all
It's
just
just like,
meshed.
no.
All become friends.
And then everyone is like so likable, and then you just stop seeing them, and your friends are like, "Oh my God, why? They were great." And it's like, "Well, you didn't know them past midnight, so no." You know what
I mean,
I'm just
I
saying.
think,
it can happen.
if people do get along as friends, I think also too that like over time maybe you like grow
Yeah.
together, and so like
I
you
feel
kind of
that.
just get comfortable. I don't know. I mean, I've been in situations like this guy,
It's a bad idea.
but I mean, in the current
It's a bad
situation
idea.
that I'm
I won't
in,
talk
like
about
there's
it. It's a
been,
bad idea.
I've seen it happen.
Ooh, I have a very strong opinion on this, but tell me, is it okay to still talk to your ex if you're in a different relationship?
No.
No. No?
Mm.
I think it depends on how close you were, because there's been people that
Okay.
I've dated where I didn't date them for long, but like it was just like it didn't work out, but like
Yeah.
we would still be on social media, maybe like here and there, see what we're up to,
Right.
and then like we all moved on.
What
But
do you
it's
mean
not
by
like
dating though? Like dating, is it like if I date that person for like a month or I date that person for longer than a year?
No, like you call them wifey,
Oh,
it
yeah,
was
can't.
cute.
never mind.
Can't do
Okay,
it.
that's better.
And you like posted pictures, like
No.
in a real relationship,
It's
not
gonna,
just
it's
hooking
gonna
up.
make
Like,
it's gonna make
Okay.
anyone on the opposite side insecure. And
Yeah.
They're gonna start
you know,
throwing little, yeah.
shade. You think so? Because
yeah.
again, like you, it depends on how close we are or were, whatever, right? But I'm friends with my ex Ethan. Shout out to Ethan, who's most likely not watching this because he's not very good at social media. But it's funny because when I first started dating Luca, the first party we went to was Ethan's like goodbye party, and then throughout the whole night, you know, we had a good time. But then I told Luca, "Can you believe I dated that guy?" And Luca was like, "You dated Ethan?" And I was like, "Yeah, like a million years ago." He's like, "What? That's crazy. You guys are so chill with each other." And I was like, "Yeah, because, you know, when you're adults and some time passes by and you stop hating them for everything they put you through, you can be friends. And it's not like, you know, I can go out to dinner with my ex and my boyfriend has to be okay with it, but, you know,
I don't know.
you don't think so?"
I just don't think any girl would be okay with me.
Oh, okay.
I think, I mean,
I'm a very flirtatious person. It's not good.
Oh.
It's a bad idea.
Yeah.
She's
Well, at
gonna
least you know
reminisce.
that then. At least you know that.
It's just for me personally. It's
Yeah.
a bad idea. You don't want that.
Yeah. But I'm lucky because Luca doesn't have any ex-girlfriends. I'm his first one. So we really don't have a problem there.
I mean, there's someone that like I was interested in seeing, and I recently somehow met their ex-girlfriend at an odd situation because they were like together for 7 years.
Uh-huh.
And
But did you know it was their ex, or you
I
didn't know?
knew
Oh, you
I knew 2 months prior that it was the ex, but she's still friends with his friends. And one night I went out with them. I didn't know who she was, but it wasn't until the end of the night when I realized one girl was being very hostile towards me, and I'm like, what's going? Like all of his friends like me, but they still also are like her too.
Yeah.
And I just, you know, I remember I went over to his apartment, and there were multiple women over there too.
What?
But out of all,
You needed to leave
no,
that
no.
guy.
But like out of all the women that were there, she only singled me out. Was like, I think you need to leave, and I was like, why? You know, and I
Did
was
you
so
punch her in
calm.
the face?
No, I was calm. I just didn't let it bother me. I was just like, and like all
Sure.
of my female friends were like, no, stay. And I'm like, yeah. Who is she?
Interesting.
So-
a lot of women would have punched her in the face.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or just start barking at them.
Oh, no, I just sat there. She was like a little chihuahua, and I was just like, you know, like a Great Dane just sitting there like,
Chihuahuas
okay.
are aggressive. Just
Exactly.
they would definitely punch her.
But it's like when a chihuahua tries to bite you, you're kind of just like, okay.
Rabies shot. Last question I have for the two of you. Would you ever tell your partner what they can and cannot wear when going out? You're a fashionista inside, so I feel like you would have a strong opinion about this.
No, I've learned. Just who I kind of talk to now. Yeah, I can't do that.
You can't.
I just, you know, I say it very nicely. It's just like,
Okay. You
don't
hint
wanna-
at it.
Yeah, I'm just like, what about that? That looks amazing. Like, I'll try and create like inception, so
Right.
like, she'll
That's
change,
good.
but in a really nice way, so I'm not like
Subtle. Okay, not
I don't just flat
judgmental.
out say that,
Right.
that looks ridiculous.
The worst is when you dress a certain way and a man will tell you, "I'm not going to go out with you if you're wearing that." So
That means you
Has
just
Luca
dress.
said that?
I'm just saying, sometimes I like to wear teddy bear slippers outside of the house, and it's part of my personality, and I don't feel like a man should tell me what I can and can't wear. I'm just saying. Anyway, so that's it for the...
Do you want to just call Luca on the
In a
phone?
personal spot. No, we
Sure.
shouldn't. He can watch this later. But I want to thank you guys so much for coming here.
Thank you.
I'm sure all men think exactly like you, Fred, and all women think exactly like you. I'm just
Probably
kidding.
don't.
If you have
Probably
a
don't.
difference, if you have a difference of opinion, please let us know in the comments below. But as usual, you guys can stick around for this because I ended up liking you guys.
Yay.
For a segment I like to call Things I Don't Get. Let me get my list. Number 1, gloves without the finger parts to them.
Well, when they cut them off.
Yeah, what's the point of gloves if they don't cover your fingers?
So you could do things with your iPhone,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
Or
You
what
could
if-
be
what if-
like, yo, I can't do it with the
No,
gloves, so you take
it's
it off.
something I don't get.
My
Number
palms-
2,
My palms are colder than my fingers right now, so I could totally understand why my palms would be covered and then my fingers would be out. My fingers aren't cold, just my palms.
no, but I don't. No, I think you're wrong.
I have to-
Number 2 of things I don't get, daylight savings time. I get that it was started like back in Jesus' time because they were trying to save electricity, but it's 2018. I don't know why we still do it. It's like so strange. I'm losing a lot of hours of sleep, I feel like, and I just don't get the point. If someone can tell me why we still celebrate daylight savings time, it'd be amazing.
Nobody celebrates it. It's confusing.
Thank you.
Stupid.
Thank you. So, can we agree that's all something we
I
don't
totally
get?
agree. Totally agree.
Okay, thank you. And lastly on my list, when an alarm clock goes off, it's not really going off, it's going on. So what's that all about? Right?
Oh my god.
I never thought of that. You just.
I don't know. But sadly, we don't have enough time to figure out all of the mysteries of the world. So for now, I just want to thank everyone that tuned in at home. Thank you guys for being here.
There's so many things I missed.
Dude, I'm closing out the show right now.
Sorry.
Thank you for tuning in, and I hope to see you guys next Monday. Or again, I hope you guys tune in next Monday, same time, probably a different place. I'm Isabella Prida, and remember, you're the only one that can make today awesome.
Woo!
Yes!